Baby, welcome back to Are You Theories, the realest, the coolest, the trillest young king on the YouTube platform as we speak. Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. What I'm gonna need from y'all today, is I need y'all to run up them subscribes, okay? And I need us to get more views, bro. I don't know what happened. I went from 100 views to averaging 3 views, bro. You know? So it's cool, it is what it is. If I average 3 views a video, if I knock out at least 10 videos a week, that's an extra, you know. And then I'm saying average. It might be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Nothing really less, but you know. Anyway, man, I gotta just keep pushing out content and the views will come, okay? I got some crazy for y'all, man. So I've been looking at this woman named Anna Solves. She has a YouTube channel and she's been talking about, you know, murders and stuff like that. So this thing that caught my attention was, it says the girl who was murdered on Facebook Live. So that's crazy. You know, when you on live, you on live, you know what I'm saying? Like real life, you know, and apparently she got murdered while she was on Facebook Live. So I want to see what happened and what led to it. I've seen something like this before, but it was a dude. But you know, this is a woman, of course. So I want to see, you know, what led up to it, how it happened, and all that good stuff like that. So if y'all will join me for this 9 minutes, let's go ahead and see what happened, and hopefully, you know, they can have some closure or something like that. I don't know. Let's get into it.
I couldn't wrap my mind, not her, not Tanisha.
It was supposed to be a fun night out with friends. They went live on Facebook just to show what a great time they were having. But instead, they captured something else. Something so horrible that it would haunt them for the rest of their lives. This is the story of Tanisha Hammonds. Let's dive in. Tanisha Hammonds was born on October 20th, 1998 in Macon, Georgia. We don't know much about her childhood or her life. But what we do know is that she was very close with her mom, Renata Hammonds, and had a son, Amari, in March 2018. And from all the photos and posts on her Facebook, you can tell that she really enjoyed being a first-time mom. She was always posting pictures of her son on Facebook. It was clear that she loved him so much and was just so proud to be his mom. Her friends described her as a loving and doting mom who wanted the best for her son. And now, she won't even get to see Amari start school. On December 23rd, 2018, Tanisha decided to go out and hang out with friends. Sadly, she never came back.
What?
Now, to understand this story, I'll need to go back a little to a woman called Bridget Flowers. In September 2013, she posted a birthday message on Facebook for her twin sons saying, "I would like to wish my twin boys, Jay-Sean Jackson and Jamon Jackson, a very happy 13th birthday. Hope your day be special." Bridget was married to this guy called Jacinto Flowers, and he was just bad news. He had been in prison for a long time due to narcotics possession and was released on parole in 2001. Jacinto was jealous and possessive, and he had violent outbursts whenever he saw Bridget talking to other guys. Needless to say, this marriage did not work out, and the two separated. But even after the separation, Jacinto could not let Bridget go, and even threatened to take her and his. On February 14th, 2014, Bridget was shopping.
I know I paused it at the perfect time with this commercial. But, you know, that's just crazy, man. You gotta watch out who you date, bro. Like, I'm sure crazy motherfuckers like that show signs. You know, when a motherfucker too possessive or want to be around a little too much. Red flags, get up out of there. You feel me? Like, that's why, like, well, I have 2 baby mamas, unfortunately. I wish I was blessed with just a big family, but it is what it is. That just, you know, it scares me to this day that if my women, my kid's mother get with someone else, and, you know, either they're crazy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough, man, but you gotta just pray and pray that God shows you the signs that you need to chunk the deuce, you know what I'm saying? Don't be too proud or too whatever, just try to stick it out. Nah, bro, because they can end just like this here, you know, you know, RIP, you know? So yeah, I don't need those problems, man. Let's go ahead and get past this fucking commercial.
Purdue University Global. Apply now at purdueglobal.edu.
at Walmart when Jacinto appeared out of nowhere and started punching her. A surveillance camera captured the confrontation and showed Jacinto walking away, leaving Bridget unconscious. He was arrested and put in jail for only a week, and then they released him. Like, seriously? This guy had threatened Bridget so many times and had even shown that he was capable of doing anything, and then they just let him go? How messed up is that?
Crazy.
So now that he was free, Jacinto went and finished what he started. He found Bridget and took her life in cold blood. He was later arrested and sentenced to life.
You see what I'm saying, bro? R.I.P. that young lady. And I have nothing to say about that, bro. Those people should have did their job better. And oh my god. Okay, let's keep it moving, bro. This type of stuff made me so. You know what? That's been one of the last time I react to something sad like this, bro. I'm not even no sad person. I'm not a depressed person. I'm an upbeat person. Like, this type of shit just bring my fucking mood down. You feel me? Like, let's get over this shit, bro.
In prison without parole, but he had already accomplished what he wanted, and Bridget was no more. You might be asking, how are these stories even connected? Well, Bridget was Tanisha's aunt, and when she died, it really affected her and her family. In fact, one of her posts on Facebook, she talked about how broken her family was when they lost Bridget.
Malai.
She cussed out Jacinto for taking her aunt away, saying that she got nightmares about him every time she tried to sleep. She also had gone as far to mention how tragedy really hit her grandmother, and that one time when they'd all gone to court, Jacinto smiled at her. How messed up is that? You take someone's life and then you smile at their loved ones? That's really low, even for a cold-blooded killer. But the most affected people in this were Jayshawn and Jamon. They were only teens when they lost their mom. Can you imagine growing up knowing that someone you trusted took your mom away? Jacinto was not their biological father, but they trusted him and saw him as a father figure since he was their.
Y'all see what I'm saying? That dude was not even their father, bruh. You see this type of shit all the time. Either when motherfuckers that want the father to either hurt the kids or hurt the mom. Either way, bro. I heard a story. This dude, this rapper dude, man. Screw that dude, bro. Had a woman and she had kids from somebody else, and he killed that woman. Not in front of the kids, but she was on one side of the door. They were on the other side of the door. They hurt everything. Hurt their mom. Lose her life, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you got a woman or kids with a woman or something like that, do your best to stick it out, because you don't want this man in your kid's house, sharing your kid's house, eating with your kids, all that shit, bro. Stick it out, make it work. Malai, stop, because if not, this shit may happen to you. You feel me? And I'm speaking to everybody, not just y'all, but me as well. You feel me? Like, we gotta do what we gotta do to stick it out, because you don't want this type of man in your kid's household. No cap. No kids.
So much of their lives. Now, imagine the anger and resentment they felt, knowing he was the reason why they no longer had a mother. The twins had to move in with relatives, but it was not the same anymore. Their innocence was already stolen from them, and now they were completely different people. They started hanging around with wrong crowds and getting into trouble. When they turned 18, something terrible happened that would ruin their lives and everyone around them. It all started with a fight at Northeast High School. A 16-year-old boy known as Kendrick Davis and his friend were streaming live on Facebook bragging about firing at several houses that belonged to the twins' friends. When they saw one of the twins, Jamon, watching them, they declared war on them. In response, Jamon went out and gathered 4 of his friends, including Tanisha's brother. He told them about Kendrick's threats, and they all decided to confront Kendrick. But when they got there, things got really bad, and the two groups started firing at each other. Kendrick was hit in the process, and he sadly lost his life. And as if this was not enough, Jamon's crew drove by Kendrick's mother's house and just started firing. I don't know why they felt the need to do that since Kendrick was already gone, but they did it anyway, and this really angered Kendrick's friends, who swore revenge. Jamon and his friends were later arrested and charged with homicide. Usually in such cases, everyone involved in the shootout gets charged because any of them could have fired the fatal bullet. Now, let's get back to Tanisha.
I never knew that
On that
before.
day that she went out, she met up with Jamon's twin brother, Jayshawn, and 3 other friends. Tanisha was driving while Jayshawn, who was seated next to her, was live streaming on Facebook. In this chilling video, you see Tanisha and her friends talking and having fun. Suddenly, a bunch of gunshots could be heard, and Tanisha was gone. Nobody else was injured in the attack. Then the vehicle crashed, and and the camera fell to the car's floorboard. Everyone was shouting and panicking when they saw Tanisha was hit. Then, someone called 911. When the cops arrived at the scene, Tanisha was lying out from the driver's seat of the car and was pronounced dead at the scene. None of her other friends had been injured.
She was pronounced here behind us here at 8:50.
Jay Sean would later tell the cops that he believed it was retaliation for the incident with his brother and that he was supposed to be the target. Jay Sean said he was sitting in the front passenger seat. He stated that his brother had just been arrested for murder in East Macon and he believed it was retaliation. He also stated that he should have been driving and that he should have been the one shot. Then, 12 hours after the incident, Tanisha's mom's home was also fired at, just like the others had done to Kendrick's mother's house. And then, a few months later, one of the guys who were there that day was also gunned down. The crime shook up the Bloomfield neighborhood, with some residents feeling unsafe in their own homes. Authorities said that Tanisha's case was actually the 40th homicide in the same area to happen in that year alone.
40 homicides, sir. We had 30 for last year. And we have, 5 or 6 more days to go this year? This is scary.
Residents were even scared to let their children play outside.
Keep the kids in the house.
No cap.
It's sad.
No cap.
You know what I'm saying? Because they
Hell
come out
no.
and play, but it's too dangerous.
Tanisha's family was totally devastated when they learned about the tragic incident.
They actually had to tell me, they mentioned the white sheet. I don't think she's here anymore. I couldn't wrap my mind. Not her, not Tanisha.
Tanisha's distraught mother, Renata, shared her grief on Tanisha's Facebook memorial page. In one post she wrote, "I miss you so much. They just don't know they took a good person. That night, I wish you would have stayed home." Meanwhile, the video of the incident was circulating.
Do y'all ever think about that? Comment down below if you think about this type of stuff. Like when things like this happen to somebody, you hear about it, whatever, and you just be thinking like, what if they would have just said like stay home, or instead of staying home, what if they would have went out for a walk, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like horrible timing, but like I know you can't question God and everything like that, but like you just gotta wonder like, damn, like with Tupac died, I think about this all the time too. What if he would have never went to that? What if he would have stayed in LA making music? But instead he went to Vegas, all that stuff happened, boom, he's dead. I don't know, man. Maybe once again I'm in my head too much. I don't know. Let's continue.
All over the internet. Despite Facebook having deleted it, some people managed to download and post it on other platforms, including YouTube and a website called Flyheight, which is usually filled with provocative user uploads. In just a short amount of time, the video already had 200,000 views. Tanisha's family did not want the video out there, and so they wrote to Flyheight asking them to delete it.
Once on the internet, it's out there. But I'm like, much damage control y'all could do, please take it down.
They worried that Tanisha's son would grow up and see the video and know the gruesome way his mom died.
Amari's not gonna be a baby forever. Her son's gonna have a social media one day. I would hate for him to come across their video.
After several months, Flyheight finally deleted the video, but it popped up again on several YouTube pages. Guys, this case is just tragic. When did it become so easy to take someone's life? If you disagree with someone, do you just take them out? Revenge is a vicious cycle. It never ends. And the worst part of this is, it even involves innocent people. Such cases will never end unless one side decides to be the bigger person and let it go. Now, an innocent boy will have to live without his mother because of a senseless fight that could have easily been solved if people just talked and listened to each other. Mari is now 4 years old and lives with his grandmother. No one has ever been arrested or charged with Tanisha's death, though the case is still open. Police ask anyone with information to come forward or make an anonymous call to Crime Stoppers at 1-877-68-CRIME. Ever since Tanisha died, Christmas has not been the same for Tanisha's family because it reminds them of what they lost because of this tragic incident. I do hope that one day they'll be able to find peace and closure. That's the end of our video today. What do you think about this case? Will Tanisha's family ever find
Man, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh man, RP that young lady as well. I said I wasn't gonna react to nothing else sad like this. I have one more I want to react to, and hopefully I'll be it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we want content that I know that I can post and I won't have no copyright, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to give y'all some good reactions, but my best reactions are with music, and the music I try to react to At least for like the mainstream artists, they get copyrighted. So I guess I gotta react to smaller artists. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe. 500 subscribers. We're going crazy. Doing giveaway, cash, PayPal, all that good stuff. Do not forget. Mark it down. The sooner the better. The sooner, the more I pay. The later, the less I pay. But I'm still going to pay. Alright? I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.